Special guest of honor, the Minister of Defense, Dr. Kalu, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of State for Defense, Dr. Abuja, our distinguished guest lecturer, Professor Kalu, the Chief of Defense Staff, and the Permanent Secretary Minister of Defense, both ably represented here, Service Chiefs and the Inspector General of Police, all represented, the Commandant, National Defense College, Rear Admiral Thomas Jordan Wilson, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, and President, Air Vice Marshal M.M. tomorrow, Commandants, Commanders, and heads of sister military training establishments, formations, and federal agencies, senior officers serving and retired, distinguished participants of National Defense College Course 19, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen of the fourth estate of the Wing of the Press, good morning. I am Brigadier General M.A. Kalu, a member of faculty and the Master of Ceremony for today's occasion, which is the graduation lecture for participants of NDC Course 19. Before we go straight into the program, I want to inform us that participants of Course 19, which resumed training at this institution on the 10th of September, this Friday, 5th of August. Today, however, the course we started with 129 participants suffered a loss on Tuesday, 25th April 2011. Guest speaker, the welcome address by the Commandant and introduction to democracy, citizenship, institutions, and challenges of state building. At this juncture, therefore, please permit me the Minister of Defense, Dr. Kalu, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of State for Defense, Prof. Our distinguished guest lecturer, Professor Kalu, the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Defense and Chief of Defense Staff, ably represented, representatives of the Service Chiefs and IGP, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Commandants, Commanders, and heads of sister military training establishments, formations, and federal agencies, senior officers, both serving and retired, distinguished participants of National Defense College Course 19, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed honored and privileged to welcome this distinguished
gathering at the National Defense College. I would like to express our gratitude to the special guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Defense, Dr. Bello H. Mohammed, for identifying with us. We are highly honored to have the Honorable Minister of State for Defense sitting in for him. You are all most welcome. We are also indeed grateful to the renowned academic, Professor Kalu, who has graciously accepted to be our guest speaker this morning and is going to talk to us on securing Nigeria's democracy, citizenship, institutions, and the challenges of state building. We are elated to have you and indeed the other eminent personalities in our midst who have distinguished themselves in their various fields of endeavor. You are all most welcome. We appreciate and cherish your presence. As the MC has already said, we elected in 1992 with the sole aim of preparing senior military officers with the tools and techniques for higher level appointments at national and international levels. Essentially, the creation of strategic leaders that will steer the course of their nations. For each set of intakes, therefore, the college runs an 11-month course leading to the award of Fellow of the Defense College, FDC. The climax of this course is the graduation ceremony. As part of the graduation week activities, the college invited a lecture on the subject of fundamental interest to the nation. This lecture is supposed to be the product of intensive study and profound interest of their various countries. Effectively, the wisdom, knowledge, and insights which such personalities may have acquired in their distinguished careers are intended to be brought to bear on the participants and faculty and through them to their various countries and the world. To focus the theme on Nigeria's democracy, specifically securing Nigeria's democracy, citizenship, institutions, and the challenges of state. They ensure the well-being and safety of the citizen. And to deliver this lecture, we have in our midst Professor Kalu, a foremost political scientist of our time today. Professor Kalu is an internationally acclaimed professor at Auburn University, Montgomery in the United States, and an adjunct professor of the Senior Faculty Research Award of Auburn University, Montgomery School of Sciences, and has been recognized consecutively over the years amongst America's teachers and who is who in American education. A prolific writer, he has published numerous articles. Professor Kalu has long been a keen observer of the Nigerian politics and foreign policy. Indeed, he was a visiting researcher 2009-2010 on what is supposed to be a very important and timely topic: cherished democracy. The questions of national identity, national causing much disaffection in our polity. These challenges have arisen sometimes of our political institutions. Often these challenges arise because we are an open society and have allowed free expression to challenge that we need to deal with and grapple with effectively. While there are those who have lost faith in the growth of our democracy and nation, it is also true that there are many who still find appreciation of the way we have stayed faithful to the vision of our founding fathers and in carrying forward the task of democratic values. There is even now a interesting to put in context the issues surrounding our democracy, the state of our polity, the direction in which we are moving, our strengths and weaknesses, and the ingredients we require to effectively build the state. These are our distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. As you must all know by now, the ultimate aim of this college is in this mission. Once again, sure you will equally have a great time with us today. I wish you all pleasant listening. Thank you very much. It was seriously overwhelming. I had 15 pages on my hands, so I went to the Commander of Social Science and National Security Policy, Open University Montgomery, an adjunct professor of the University of Connecticut, had his educational background starting with the University of Charleston in West Virginia between 1976 and May 1977. He took his Bachelor of Science degree at Rutgers University, New Brunswick, New Jersey in December 1979, and Masters in Business Administration at the Atlanta University in Georgia in June 1982. He had his PhD in Political Science and Management from Texas in December 1994, and his postdoctoral graduate coursework in the Department of Epidemiology and Public Health from the Yale University School of Medicine in New Haven, Connecticut in May 2000. He is a postdoctoral fellow, Department of Political Science, the same Yale University, between September 96 and August 99. Academic appointments and teaching experience. Professor Kalu was teaching assistant and instructor, Department of Political Science in Texas, between September 1989 and August 1994. Lecturer, Department of Political Science, Lama University in Beaumont, Texas, between August 1994 and 1996. During the same period in fall 1995, he became a member of the library faculty. Between January 1997 and May of the same year, he became adjunct professor, Department of Political Science, same university in Connecticut. September 1997 to May 2000, he became an adjunct lecturer, Division of Behavioral and Social Sciences, Nacatok Valley Community Technical College in Waterbury, Connecticut. Summer 1997 to the present time, he is adjunct professor, University of Connecticut College of Continuing Studies in Waterbury. Summer 1998 to the present time also, Professor Kalu is of the faculty, the National Junior Statement Summer School Honors Program of the Yale University in New Haven. September 2001 to August 2007, he was a research affiliate, the Martinez Center for International and Agrarian Studies at Yale University. August 2006 to August 2010, Associate Professor of Political Science, Open University Montgomery. And August 2010 to the present, he is now Political Science Professor. Teaching fields. His teaching fields include public administration, comparative politics, management, international relations, American politics, and research methods. What about publications? He has published several articles in world-renowned journals. We will not be able to take all this. Let us see this. Institution building, not nation building, a structural functional model in the International Review of Administrative Sciences, which is forthcoming for 2010. The next is evolution of social capital and civic engagement between non-profit networks and country representatives, the social constructivist approach. Social Science Computer Review, Spring 2010. Communicative action through collaborative inquiry, journey of the facilitating co-inquirer, which he wrote along with two others in the Systemic Practice and Action Research Volume 20, number 3 of June 2007. Other publications are seen on the screen. Now to books. Professor Kalu has written two books. One, he also
authored by himself and the other with some others. The one he authored by himself, which was published in 2008, is titled Power, Autarky and Political Conquest in Nigerian Federalism, which was published by Lexington Books and Roman and Littlefield Publishers. He has also co-authored Citizenship, a Reality Far from My View, which he co-authored with Andrew Kakapase and Nada Kakapase. It was published in 2009. Associational membership. Professor Kalu, our guest lecturer, belongs to a number of associations, chief among which are the American Political Science Association, American Society for Public Administration, the Academy of Management, African Studies Association, PI Alpha Alpha National Honor Society for Public Affairs and